Hello, my name is Marcus Brown, and I just want to share very briefly something that is very important to me. As a kid growing up in a small town in the state of Arkansas, I had an average family life, average home. We were a family of four. I wasn't particularly bad. I didn't do anything terribly bad, but I can remember, even as a young boy, realizing that there was something that just wasn't right in my life. I'd gone to church and I'd heard preachers talk about hell, and I started coming to the conclusion that if I died, even as a boy, that the chances of me going to hell were really good. I'd heard people talk about Jesus and never had really given much thought about what he might mean in my life. But I can remember one day after attending church on a Sunday morning, I asked my mom what it meant to become a Christian. On the ride home from church that day, she explained to me that Jesus came to the earth to live a sinless life, and then he died on the cross, and in dying, he paid the price for my sin. He took the penalty for my sin. Then, of course, 3 days later, he rose from the dead to demonstrate that he really was who he says he was and had the power to forgive me of my sins and save me and keep me from having to go to hell. And so I can remember when I got home that day, I asked my mom and my dad if I could trust Jesus as my Savior and Lord. And so there in the living room of our home, I prayed and I asked Jesus to forgive me of my sins. And I asked him to allow me to have a relationship with him and take me to heaven with him when I died. And that is exactly what happened. So I stand before you today, knowing without any doubt that Jesus Christ has forgiven me of everything I have ever done wrong. Today, I know without any doubt what my purpose for living is, and that is to serve Jesus. He is so wonderful. He has done so much for me. He has filled me with joy. He's filled me with hope and the promise of life that lasts forever with him. And I just want to say to you today, if you have never given your life to Jesus Christ, if you've never asked him to be your Savior and take control of your life, please consider doing so. It is the greatest decision you can ever make.